I wake up to find an ankle chain clamped around my foot. My kidnapper claims I stole something from him and has taken justice into his own hands. Later, his little bro and I try to slip out at midnight. Halfway to freedom, we're dragged back. I drop to my knees in terror and watch him lift a riding crop. He tilts my chin with the leather tip and croons. Tell me, when will you ever learn? My eyes snap open to an unfamiliar room. Floor-to-ceiling drapes are drawn so tight I can't tell day from night. I jackknife upright. A metallic clatter answers. I freeze. Fingers flying to my ankle. A long ankle chain circles it. Wait. Kidnapped. Panicked thoughts tumble through me. I probe the lump on my skull, remembering the baton that knocked me out. Ouch, he really didn't hold back. That psycho. If I ever learn his name, he's toast. While I'm spiraling, the doorknob turns. I yelp, flop back, and fake sleep. The intruder crosses to the bed and snaps on the reading lamp. The glare makes my lashes flutter. A hand cups the back of my head. My heart catapults into my throat. But he only checks for fractures. Silence follows. Yet I feel him staring. It prickles my scalp. I cry quietly and start counting imaginary sheep. Then a low voice murmurs, I wonder what your heart looks like. Wish I could crack your ribs and see. He says it conversationally, but a chill spears me. Holy crap, this guy's a walking felony. Something icy kisses my sternum, metal. Okay, I surrender. I flutter my lashes and fake a groggy awakening. Who? The word dies. I know him. My high school deskmate, Mason. Same face, but now wrapped in alpha swagger that sucks the air from my lungs. Every instinct screams run. Instead, terror skyrockets. Has he finally figured it out? I stammer. What do you want? He arches a brow. Done pretending? I play dumb, bump a tree. Why would I bump a tree? Mason. Swallowing. I venture. Ha! Ha! Old lab partner, 6 whole years. Right. Remember we shared everything. My bike. The gate card to your mansion. Our secrets. So, hand over that bunch of keys? I wink. I give the chain a hopeful jingle. He grips the links. Eyes boring into me. Steal from me and just walk away? My smile cracks. My dignity follows. I'm screwed. He knows. Should have guessed when I ran into him last week. He taps the chain. How do you plan to pay me back? Mason and I were desk partners in high school. Star athlete. Straight A brain. Basketball captain, piano prodigy, basics of the Dream Boy starter pack. Girls stuffed his cubby with love letters and snacks daily. The space overflowed. 1 PE period I stayed behind. Doubled over with cramps and starvation. Years of cheap instant noodles had hollowed me out. I lay pale and shaky, certain I'd faint, when a candy bar rolled from his cubby. I stared, gulping. A pitchfork devil hissed, "Eat it, he won't miss one. And you're dying." A haloed angel squeaked, "Theft is theft, draw the line. Devil, starve if you want. I'm saving you." Angel, Jay, just know. They brawled inside my skull until, ninja style, I unwrapped the candy bar, wolfed it down, tasted nothing. After that, guilt poisoned every class. I vowed to pay him back once I had cash. Then life imploded right after graduation. I vanished from Seaport and every friend list. Now, the first time we've met since. He slaps me with the truth. I'm a thief. Humiliation scalds me. Okay, aliens abducted me and demanded Earth artifacts. So, the lie careens into absurdity. I want to slap myself. Giving up. I fold a $5 bill into his palm. Deposit. Give me my phone and I'll Venmo the rest. He crushes the money. Eyes storming. Tess, you think you can buy me? I blink. Me? Buy you? I don't have a comeback for that line. Then hear mine. He purrs. Pay me with yourself. Kidney. Liver. Heart. I hug myself. I'll report you to the feds. Do it. Me, no objection. Good. You'll stay here. Why here? Who's here? I need my job. Who's there that's so irresistible? His eyes darken. Besides, I already quit for you. What? He looks away. Scream if you must. I collapse spread eagle on the bed. He reaches. I seize his hand instead. If you miss work, take a desk at my Riverdale. I'm finally free of dread. We speak at once. Mason, I'm a reporter. Applied for copy editor. Got shoved into field work. Torture for an introvert. I tremble through every interview. Polishing scripts until they shine. The night before a shoot I'm sleepless, half hoping for a fender bender on the drive. Yet I always arrive intact. The universe refuses me a sick day. Only my chill coworkers keep me from quitting. Lately Riverdale is hemorrhaging money. Cuts incoming. I'm sure my name tops the list. A guillotine blade hovering over my pride. I was debating resignation when Mason kidnapped me and settled the matter. Indecision solved. Tonight I'll sleep, wanting to cry. I squeeze his hand. Thanks, I guess. He strokes my cheek. Voice rough, then let's sleep. He pulls back the duvet, slides in, and cages me against him. Bare skin on dress shirt turns me fever hot. I wriggle for space. You're sleeping here? My room, my bed. Stop moving or you'll finish what you start. He cinches my waist. Air leaves the gap. I go statue still. I can move to the guest wing. There is no guest wing. He rests his chin on my crown. Get it through your head. You're mine. Plot pieces click. Ankle chain. Possessiveness. Tropes of every trashy romance. Wait, are you going to force love me? Amused. He breathes into my ear. Do you love me? The timbre tickles. I jerk. You don't know what force love means, do you? Explain. So he only caught the a love apart. He theorizes. Voice lilting. Maybe it means you're so crazy about me you can't help yourself? He finishes with a grin. How newbie. And just like that I'm on early retirement. Eat. Nap. Repeat. An endless. Catered loop. No job. No pressure. No need to be anyone's workhorse. Best of all. Almost zero small talk. Happiness index, straight up rocket. The only catch, Mason insists on sleeping beside me. OMG. My protests failed, so I let him have his way. Then I discover the guy's a creepy, shadow-dwelling cockroach. He's been secretly watching me every second. I don't slack off either. Day after day I diligently flip him the bird behind his back. One afternoon, I'm doing my daily one-finger salute to his photo when a heavy thud hits the hallway. My brother, he finally snapped. The crash jolts me. I spin around, heart leaping. The guy standing there looks even more terrified, jaw dangling, like he's seen a ghost. I follow his stare to my ankle. The ankle chain glints. Impossible to miss. I give it a casual kick, shoving the links behind me. His gaze rakes me top to toe, then bottom to top. Again and again. I'm 2 seconds from breaking out in goosebumps. You're Tess. My brother chained you here? His face darkens. Before I can answer, he slaps the table. I'm out. Don't tell him I came. Today never happened. He throws me a complicated look, grabs his suitcase, and storms off. I stand there blinking, totally dumbfounded. Mason and I are in a cold war. I decide, I'm busting out. While he's on a business trip, I slip into the back garden for recon. No bunch of keys to the Riverdale. So it's climb the wall time. Toughest part, the ankle chain. No biggie. I've mapped where he stashes the keys. Once Rosa's snoring. Operation Freedom launches. I'm smiling at the rosy future when a voice cuts in. What are you grinning at? I'm about to be free. Future's so bright. The words leave my mouth before my brain catches up. I whirl. No more. Shane blinks. My brother actually gave you permission? I step back, eyes narrowed. Seeing my reaction, he gets it. You're escaping. No, he clearly doesn't buy it. I'm panicking over an explanation when he imagines something, wrestles with it, then clenches his fist and meets my gaze. It's not perfect yet, but if you're sure, I'll help. I really wasn't, if I lie. May I wear gold for the rest of, His words finally register. I'll set it up. Tomorrow, 2 a.m. wait for me. He spins on his heel and strides off like he's charging into battle. I stare after him, heart-blooming fireworks. Minutes ago I couldn't even pick my own dinner. Pitiful me. Kind souls still exist. I'm not totally doomed after all. Someone's willing to help. Sniff. I wipe my tears. Little. May we both succeed. The Emperor's conquest. Halfway done. Captured mid-March. Night. A road swept empty. I peek from behind Shane, shivering at the man climbing out of the black SUV. Mason's face is ice. He walks forward step by step. 5 paces away he stops. Black coat whipping in the wind. His eyes, fixed on me, turn pure midnight. Voice low and freezing. Walk to me. Now. I swallow. Little bro. Say something? Shane. Quail mode activated. Squeezes his eyes shut and musters courage. Bro. This is for your own good. Holding someone captive is a crime. He pivots to me, whispering, go. I'll stall him. Here's your boarding pass. Once you're on that red-eye flight you're safe. I stare at the boarding pass like it's alien. I only wanted groceries. Why do I need to fly? Not the moment to ask. I hiss. You sure? Your brother looks lethal. A real man never says can't. Worst case he beats me up. He won't kill me. His voice shrinks. But that sentence sets me free. Got it. Thanks. Under his cover I bolt. Mason doesn't block me, yet when our eyes lock I flinch away. I tap my forehead, amen. Whatever, charge ahead. Let karma handle the rest. I slink and dodge until I hit a Riverdale entrance. Closed. Sigh. Flowers wilt. And so do I. I doze till dawn. Doors finally open. First stop. I demolish 3 gelatos, then haul a giant durian to the register. Eat 1 pod. Stash 4 for later. Next, the noodle bar, extra egg, extra fried chicken feet, extra veggies and pickled bamboo. Supersize my bowl. It's early. The place is empty. I slurp blissfully and burp in satisfaction. Stupid Mason and his so-called germ phobia. He won't touch this stuff and bans me too. I'm gathering my loot to leave when someone calls. Sis, that you? I freeze solid. Sis, haven't heard that word in years. A young guy in work overalls, vaguely familiar, stands there. It really is you. I finally found you. He grabs my hand. Cold shoots through me. I yank free. Wrong person. I duck my head and hurry out. He blocks me. No mistake, it's you. I came to Seaport just to find you. You dumped me on relatives and waltzed off. Know what my life's been like? Forget it. You owe me. Heard you got into Seaport so you must be loaded now. I'm trembling. Let go. Yo, Tyler, what's up? Order yet? An older coworker in the same overalls walks in. Tyler beams. Found my sis, Ivy League grad. No more muddy construction sites for me. The man shrugs. Lukewarm. Great. Chat away. I'm ordering. I struggle. You're wrong. I'm broke. Bull. Mom and dad told you to take care of me. This how you do it. I stomp his foot. Knee his groin. He doubles over. As I dart for the door he yells, Zhang. Block her. My debt to you is covered. Zhang hesitates. Then bars the exit. Tyler lunges. Yanking my hair hard. Pain spikes. I grab my used bowl and crack it over his head. Broth and shards cascade. Blood trickles down his temple. He wipes it. Eyes scarlet. Advancing again. I throw an arm over my face, but the hit never lands. Mason seizes Tyler's hair and smashes his face onto the table. Zhang stands frozen. Blood spreads. I jump in and haul Mason back. If he kills the guy, I'm dining in prison tonight. Mason's glare is black murder. Pure, icy rage I've never seen. I shove him outside, then turn to Tyler. No hard feelings. Getting beat up young toughens you for old age. On the ride home Mason grips my hand. Face storm dark. Silent. I shrink like a quail. He threads fingers into my hair, tilting my face. Staying safe with me is that awful. You had to run. Look what happened. How will you fix it this time? Tess. Ditch me again. Flee to another city? I don't have many 6-year chunks left. I just want us together. Longer. Always longer. He buries his face in my shoulder. Voice a raw murmur. My mind flips to the past. I'd attended a private high school. Crazy tuition, but I topped the entrance exam. For the PR boost they waived 3 years fees and handed my parents $100,000 signing bonus. Money in their eyes. They killed my dream school and shipped me there. Yet the cash never reached me. They stashed it for Tyler's tuition plus future bride price. Gave me $500 a month for everything. Meals, shampoo, notebooks. I skipped breakfast, bought the cheapest lunch, split it for dinner. 3 years like that. After graduation a crash took them both. Even lousy parents leave a hole. I walked around numb. Relatives fought to adopt us, eyeing the leftover savings. After the funeral I sat up all night and made a selfish call. I handed 10-year-old Tyler to childless uncle. Pocketed $10,000. Bought a red-eye flight to Seaport. No announcements. No goodbyes. New number, every tie severed. I've always been the good girl in my parents' and relatives' eyes. Never a single act of rebellion. They told me not to hang out with the low-grade crowd, so I kept my distance. They forbade the class field trip, so I told the teacher I was staying home. They said no outings with friends. Stay and watch your little bro, so I turned every invitation down. They ordered me to give in to him, never raise my voice, and I obeyed. This is the first time I've ever taken the wheel of my own life, and I don't regret it. I said, you already know what I did back then. He pressed one finger to my lips, sealing the rest inside. I ran to you glowing, and you, forget it. Just know you'll never shake me, ever. He brushed a kiss to my temple. I really don't know what to do with you. He never mentioned my escape on the ride home, and I finally exhaled. The moment we stepped through the door, I froze. Tyler knelt in the middle of the great room, shirtless and trussed like a prize steer. Whoa, little bro. Packing. I couldn't help a second glance. When he saw me, tears flooded his eyes. His mouth gagged with a cloth, turning his words into muffled grunts. Mason's face darkened as he covered my eyes. I appealed to whatever conscience he had left. He's your real brother. Exactly. That makes him extra useful. I dropped to my knees in a smooth slide. If you're whipping him, you can't whip me. Deal? Better him than me. Tyler thrashed and grunted louder. Mason yanked the gag free. Bro, you seriously like her this much? But locking her up is a crime. I'm scared you'll end up behind bars. Man, not your problem. Mason popped open a case on the table. My eyes rounded like saucers. Only one life to give. Yet so many things eager to take it. He lifted a riding crop, slapping it against his palm. Dear God, what doesn't kill me better come back and finish the job. He advanced. Every step of his forced one retreat from me. Once you've seen the ocean, mere rivers bore you. Now you want to bore me? His face blackened. He shoved the crop into my hand and jerked his chin toward Tyler. He wanted me to hit him? That feels wrong. Tyler's eyes bulged. Bro, you can't do this to me. Mason's chill gaze pinned me as he clasped my hand and snapped the crop down. Mistakes have prices. Then why is she off the hook? Tyler pitched forward, a scarlet welt blooming across his back. Mason flicked me a look. I shrank into a quiet quail. Her price is different. By nightfall I learned exactly what that price was. I cowered in the bed's far corner, thrusting a dramatic hand. Stay back. He seized my ankle and dragged me beneath him. Then he did the kind of things publishers make you leave on the cutting room floor. I fought tooth and nail. His eyes burned with obsession. Refusing me. Whose face are you hiding? That short, scrawny idiot who's half the man I am? Huh, who? When we met again, he rubbed your feet with dirty thoughts written all over him. Total creep. Had that even happened? Foot rub guy. Shane. I wasn't sure. Needed more data. He's not short. He's 6'1". I tested. Mason's glare sharpened. So he's chasing you. Wait. How? Guys don't volunteer height unless they're peacocking. Still short. If you pick him, your taste is trash. I only knew his stats because I'd peeked at the company medical files. Choose. Who? Will it be pinned under him? I answered fast and loud. You. Obviously. Perfect. Better. But spell it out. Where exactly? When I stayed quiet, suspicion flared. No answer. So who do you actually want to marry? If species isn't an issue, I'm eloping with this bed. Fine. Forget the family register. How about your state ID? I slapped a protective hand over my pocket. His lips curled. He pried my fingers back. Hand it over. I curled around my stomach instead. Mason sensed the shift, looked up, and paled at my sweat-soaked face. What's wrong? Don't scare me. Hurts. Past midnight, I lay limp, for dripping beside me while I pulled the blanket over my head. First woman in history to summon the house call doctor for period cramps.
Yay!
Me. Mason returned with a glass. Open. I swallowed the pills like an obedient puppy. He settled into the chair, watching me. How many gelato did you demolish? Oh, 1. Lie. Okay. T2, 3. His glare squeezed the truth out. I told you not to touch cold stuff before your period. Was I talking to the dog? It's always irregular. I didn't know it was actually coming, I muttered. He snorted. My period. Apparently, he spooned me in bed that night, palm flat over my belly to warm the ache. Cramps came in waves. Sleep was impossible. I sneaked his phone and downloaded a few games. Mid-boss fight, a text popped up, distracting me long enough to get my avatar slaughtered. I opened it. Unsaved number. Mason. I'm back. My parents are throwing a Riverdale for me and sent you a gilded invite. You'll come. Right. I reread it until the letters blurred, then kicked him twice. He murmured, locked my legs between his, and hugged me tighter. I tried to wriggle. He squeezed. The next few days Mason left for Riverdale while I mildewed on the couch. Bored to spores. I yanked open a drawer and spotted my phone. Eyes sparkling. I plugged it in and powered up. Missed WhatsApps and calls, several of them.
Aww.
People. Remembered me. I tapped a message. Smile. Gone. Phone off. Back to staring at the ceiling. So peaceful. Mason walked in at noon. I glared. Liar. I know everything. You didn't help me resign. I was laid off. He hesitated. Their loss, not yours. I waved it off. I know my market value. Still stings. He moved in for a hug. I blocked. But, my severance. Don't tell me you swallowed it. Hit your account already. Acceptable. After lunch he dabbed a grain of rice from my lip. There's a Riverdale tonight. I'll miss dinner. Rosa will cook. Want me to bring you anything? I opened my mouth. He cut in. Nothing cold. Your period just ended. Recalling the text. I raised my hand. I'm coming. You hate those things. He toyed with my fingers. I'm suffocating here. I need air. He studied me, then smiled. Fine. Afternoon stylists descended on the mansion. By evening I was carved, polished, and half dead. Beauty hurts. Mason's assistant drove me to the venue. Mason waited at the entrance, looked me over, and tucked my hand through his arm. Annoying reaction. Ma son, let's go in. I sing-songed. He leaned close. Save that voice for later. Got it? Face scalding. I jabbed his ribs. Inside 5 minutes, the real Mason fan club president arrived. Mason, you actually came. It's been years. How are you? Mason frowned. Use my name. She looked familiar. Her gaze slid to me. Who's this? Your assistant? No, my wife. Since when did I own half your stock? I shot him a look. You're married. Another voice cracked nearby. Shane. He was here too. Not yet. MRMPH. Mason landed a quick kiss. Glare loaded. Fiancé counts. Problem? He glowered at Shane. Shane met his stare, then turned to me, conflicted. Tess, can we talk alone? Mason's fingers viced my wrist. No. Their eyes clashed. Gunpowder thick. I glanced between them. So, you two chat? Mason, the girl squeaked. My dad wants to speak with you. Mason's irises were black storms. If I go, am I still your fiancé when I come back?
Duh.
5 minutes, he said. After I finished talking with Shane, Mason vanished somewhere. I killed time in the lounge, nibbling petit fours. The younger girl wandered over. I figured out who you are, Riverdale's high school deskmate. Hard to believe the invisible girl nobody noticed is now Riverdale. I stared at her, eyes suddenly wide. You're the pink Barbie love letter? She gaped back. How do you even know I sent that? Because after I swiped a candy bar, Mason looked into the desk cave of gifts and told me, this junk's in my way. Handle it for me from now on, I'll pay you. I thought he'd caught me and was testing. I shook my head hard and said I didn't want the job. He was ready to toss everything in the trash. It hurt to watch. I scolded him for wasting food and gave in, still guilty. I never took his money. Later, when I was flat broke, I'd borrow a snack to survive. I logged every single item. The weirdest was that pink Barbie envelope. Pearl pink cardstock, candy-colored rhinestones, obviously crafted with love. Best of all, it had a signature. I figured the sender must have grown up cherished, brave and radiant. Anyway, relax. I wrote him a love letter, but that was kid stuff. I'm not home-wrecking. We smiled at each other. Soon Mason reappeared. On the ride home he drove in silence. I caught him sneaking glances at me half a dozen times. The second we walked in, he cracked. What did you two talk about? Nothing special. I felt awkward. He confessed. I rubbed my nose. How did he know? I remembered every syrupy word I'd said and wanted to crawl under a rug. Mason scooped me up. But you didn't say yes. Because you like me. He carried me toward the stairs, a ghost of a smirk on his lips. My heart skipped. Had he gone to Shane while he was gone? Did Shane rat me out? I hid my face. Shane, we're mortal enemies now. I can't show my face in this lifetime. Wah. Mason was glowing. Tonight, a couple's bath. After loafing for months, spring had arrived. I decided to job hunt. Mason lifted a brow. I thought you hated work. I blinked. Who actually likes hustling? Only capitalists feel robbed if they're not squeezing labor. Evil. He raised both hands in surrender. I'd dodged real life long enough. Time to face it. A girl's gotta earn her own keep. If Mason and I ever imploded, I needed to keep the damage minimal. I never expected to bump into Riverdale's long-absent younger brother. He looked 3 shades darker. He chugged water, whimpering, "Bro, I'm sorry. Don't make me stay in that no-bird's wasteland. Depends on your behavior." I leaned to Mason and whispered, "Where did you ship him?" "Just the Sahara." I shrank. "My interview's soon. Gotta run." "Wait." Riverdale staggered over. You two made up? Then what the hell was my exile for?" He howled. I scratched my cheek, sheepish. He grabbed my sleeve. "You read my brother's black journal too?" "What journal?" Before I could ask, Mason shoved me out the door. Once outside, I didn't come home that night. Reason: I'd been kidnapped. Damn it. Turns out I'd pissed off half the city. I did a self-review. Fine, I'm innocent. The kidnapper stepped in. Don't blame me. You're too heartless. It was Tyler. Sis, that sugar daddy must've slipped you plenty. Crumbs from your table would keep me happy. Yet you refused. Mom and dad in heaven will curse you. See what your man did to me? Snapped my pinky. I'm a cripple now. We're blood. How can you side with outsiders? His eyes were crimson, twitching. He's banishing me from Seaport.
Ha!
Do you know how long I waited to corner you? Heartless bitch. Let's see how much he'll pay. Quit yapping. Make the call, barked Zhang Chang, the middle-aged thug. Listen up. Your woman's with me. Bring 50 million. Call the cops and she dies. Don't touch her. I'm on my way. Mason arrived fast, and so did the squad cars. He actually called the pigs. Your man doesn't love you. Sis, Tyler sneered. Zhang pressed a switchblade to me. Tyler yelled through the door. Stay out or she gets it. Mason's men kicked the door down and rushed Tyler. Police sprinted in. Guns up. Tyler laughed like a lunatic. Great pick. Sis, he doesn't care if you die. If I'm doomed, you're coming with me. Family reunion in hell. He lunged, but Zhang booted him aside. Tyler was cuffed. Zhang looked around, then slowly lowered the blade. I confess, both Tyler and Zhang were sentenced. Yet something felt off. Mason was ice cold, like he'd scripted it all. Under pressure he spilled. After the noodle bar incident, he'd investigated Tyler and Zhang. For my sake, he'd only exiled Tyler from Seaport. Then Tyler kidnapped me. He discovered Sarah had terminal cancer, a sick wife, and a 10-year-old daughter. Exploiting that, Mason paid Zhang to keep me safe. Still, terror had shredded him. He'd raced over. Only when he held me did he breathe again. He nuzzled me. We've both had a scare. Shouldn't we decompress? I draped my arms around his neck and produced a black journal. Something from in here. Maybe. His face drained. His voice cracked. You read it? I nodded. Didn't know you were such a pervert. No wonder Riverdale recognized me at once and called his brother Twisted. Definitely Twisted. I swung a leg over and straddled him. Cat got your tongue? He palmed my, if you're willing. His Adam's apple bobbed. I'm yours. I curled my fingers around his deal. He groaned. I grabbed the family register, I added, tossing another bomb. His breathing hitched. He pushed me back. I glanced downward and swallowed. R.I.P. tomorrow's interview, I'll be walking bow-legged. My high school deskmate was a quiet, slightly introverted girl. I barely noticed her at first, but after she arrived, I became permanent runner-up. Friends teased me non-stop. I seethed, bent on beating her. Yet as days slipped by, my rivalry blurred into something warmer. She stayed maddeningly dense. I itched to shake her awake. One PE day she skipped. Cramps. Mid-game I worried and doubled back. I caught her sneaking a candy bar. Guilty. Adorable. From then on I learned bits about her family. I asked her to deal with the envelopes and snacks. I'd bought every item for her. Senior year, to bankroll her prep, I paid her $300 an hour for her tutoring. Finally she promised, if I still liked her after finals, she'd give us a shot. After graduation my parents shipped me overseas. I wanted the same city as her. I told them about the girl I loved, begged to stay. They nearly broke my legs, but I forced a truce. Bruised and ecstatic, I went to find her. She had vanished. I called every classmate, her relatives, nobody knew. At her house I learned about her parents. My heart split. I needed to be there for her. She never gave me the chance. I dialed the number etched in my brain, always dead. I had to face it. She had walked away from everything, and from me. My parents hustled me onto the plane. 6 years later, my wings were steel. Nothing and no one could hold me back. When I saw her again, I swore I'd teach her a lesson. Heart thief, she'd abandoned me for years.